What's up, people? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to my show. You're listening to another BlackSwanRadio.com presentation. I am your host, Rondale Jordan, author of a book series called IlluminatedNubians.com. This is where I highlight the Nubian perspective of the Kushites, the Kemites, the Kermites, the Canaanites, Kemites. I say this is because our perspective has been hidden from us, of course, and it is written in the Bible. They say if you want to hide something from black people, put it in a book. And inside the Bible is the hidden knowledge of the black people, the land of the black lands, aka Kemet, Kush. Now, if you open up the Bible, you read Genesis 2:10, describes the Nile River, the river that watered the Garden of Eden. It is the beginning and the end. Revelations 22, where it says, now he showed me a pure river, water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding from the throne of God. Now, I don't have my Bible open, but this is from the top of my head. And I know it says on either side of the river was the tree of life, which bore 12 manner of fruit, each tree yielding its fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nation, so that there shall be no more curse. But the throne of God and the Lamb shall be in it. But the point is that there shall be no more curse. The key is given at the end. And this is the reason why Christ said the first and the last, the beginning and end. The Alpha and Omega, because the Greeks changed the language. They confused the language so that we didn't understand one another's speech. Genesis 11 spelled out clearly. The towers, the pyramids, which are built in alignment with the heavens, specifically, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter. It is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter, who Orion, the Greeks called them Orion's belt, right? Representing the binary star system, Series A, Series B, the bright and morning star, the star in which our ancestors believed that their souls aspire, ascend to the brown star, the hidden one, the hidden star, Sahu. So this is the reason why they say Nimrod built to try to reach God in heaven. But that's not what the word says, you see. It says the people were one, and they all spoke one language, and they all had one speech. And this is what they begin to do. It was their unity that was the problem in the story. And the fact that anything that they proposed to do, nothing would be withheld from them. So the Lord came down. Yeah, the Lord, not God. They told you it's God because, you see, they outranked you. So their Lord and their God is your God, is God. You've been conquered. So your God must not be as great as our God. So this is the God that supersedes your God. But this is not the God of your ancestors. This isn't the Lord of your ancestors. There's a God of war and there's a God of creation. And the God of war, Seth, the God of confusion, discord, the third son of Adam was named after. The God of the red lands. In the story of Asar and Aset and Seth, the brother who wanted to rule the black lands and the red lands. So he rose up in power against Asar and was victorious. He dismembered him and scattered his body across the Nile River. He was defeated until Isis, well, the Greeks called her Isis, Aset. She went on a quest along the Nile in search of the body of Asar, or what they would call Osiris. And she sought after each piece that was dismembered, dismantled. And she used it, the power of the priesthood, the spiritual powers, to remember, to resurrect her husband, her soulmate, together with the knowledge of the African ancestrals. She conjured up the power to resurrect her husband long enough to mate with him, to get his seed so that she can bear him life and heir for his throne, to redeem him from the evil brother of war who comes from what we call the north. But there, because of the Nile River flowing north, was the underworld. In the tundra, where it's cold and the food is scarce, the land of the Huns, the land of the Goths, the land of the Vikings, the Spartans, the Romans, the barbarians, the mercenaries of war, the conquerors, came down the Nile River and seen the city in which the sons of men had built. The evidence of all what I say is not only written in stone, but is written in the scriptures. It's just that we have been giving a narrative to keep us looking into outer space rather than through our roots within, which connects us to our divine. Out of Egypt I called my son. It is written, and he shall be called a Nazarene. Because see, these two bodies combine to produce the seed. This is the reason why he said, I am the root and the offspring of David. You see, the offspring of David is clear, of Judea. But the root is the Nile River from Kemet to Cush. And it is hidden because of its African's nature. The same is the reason why it says, out of Egypt I call my son, and he shall become he shall be called a Nazarene. You see, the Nazarene part, the Nazi, the Ashkenazi, is clear. But the father figure is not. Well, this is the reverse of the Genesis, where the female, the divine female, the mother of the story, which is the serpent goddess. They just didn't include the word goddess, but she had the knowledge, right, which make men like God, made Eve like God. They opened their eyes. She said she saw that the tree was good for food and pleasant to the eyes, a tree desirable to make one wise. And she took of his fruit and ate and gave it to her husband with her. And he ate, and the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. Everything has been hidden in the shadows. And as we are decoding the rituals, the script, to see what God has revealed to us, the things that have come to pass, that we are seeing unfold before our eyes, as if history is repeating itself. The elites communicating using symbolisms of colors, light, patterns, sounds. This is a fight for the throne, right? I.e. the white seat, the white chair.